How you doing, girl?
We're gonna gospel squat and give the devil a fit. Just come on and
Hello, and welcome to Chewing the Fat. You are here with the Queen, ready to bring the topic of entrepreneurship. And here is the co-host,
Tizzle.
ready to come in.
Thanks for joining, everyone.
I'm so glad that you guys decided to join us today. We are so happy to be here. We are talking about something that's near and dear to my heart, and I'm sure near and dear to you all who are trying to put the grind in on entrepreneurship. You're wanting to get off. You're trying to make sure that you are one of the best, the creme de la creme. And we are trying to make sure that we leave a legacy behind. Children can also pick up and take I see you, Sandries, can pick up and take the torch and run with it. It is nothing but the best of the best that can do this, but it's going to take a lot of elbow grease. It's going to take a lot of muscle to make this thing happen, and it won't happen overnight. For some of us, some people can be an overnight success, while others have to put in a little more grit and grime, and it's okay to do this. Okay. And I'm just 10 characteristics of a successful entrepreneur. I did a little research and I like some of the tips that was made. The site I went to was, let's see. Actually, I love this person too. I follow this person a lot. Shabbat Seth wrote this article, and it was given out on December 15th, 2017. So if you guys want to go and look at Shabbat, Shobhits, and last name is Seth, had written these 10 characteristics of a successful entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur, self businesswoman for now over 20 years, and it has been so rewarding and beneficial for myself, not just because of the money that has come in, because I am feeding my passion, feeding what God has assigned me to do. And it's been more rewarding in that field than anything that money had to do, because I'm following my heart's desire. So when you do that, it's more fulfilling else can ever be for me. I mean, Tizzle is sitting right next to me. He's also a successful businessman. He may not be where he want to be. I may not be where I want to be financially, but we're working towards that goal. With real estate,
I can taste it.
Yeah, I can taste it with me myself, with real estate, with daycare, with caring for seniors, with also now being a psychologist. I am a self-starter. My passion is fueled by what my assignment is given to me. Whatever my vision is, I take off with that. That is what you are to do. Whatever passion, whatever gift and talent that you have, that is your entrepreneurship. That is where you should be in fueling. Fear is what keeps us sometimes from being the best that we can be. Hi there. Hey, how are you? And hey, I'm glad that you joined today. So please, if anyone wants to join us today and talk about the things that they have been doing to start their business, 223-8953. Everyone has a way that they have fueled their businesses and the things that they're doing. I would love you as I go over these different 10 characteristics of successful entrepreneurs. I want to hear what you do to fuel your passion towards your dreams. 708-223-8953.
And I see you on, Rashida, and I know you have a lot to say, so I definitely need you to come on in and call the radio station and give us some of your good skills.
Absolutely.
For the listeners.
708-223-8953. Tizzle, share with us some of the techniques or skills that you use to fuel your business. What is it that you do? And I know what you do, but I want you to explain what you do to fuel Hard Route.
Man, I just go just go hard,
You go
and
hard.
continue like networking, and that's the key.
Networking,
Contact.
contacts.
You don't never know who may know someone to take you to the next level. So
I like that. Networking. Networking is important. Creating a network web is the best. Anytime you go out, get someone email address, phone number, business card, if in the same type of business that you're in. If you can see that you can benefit them, they can benefit you, you can get in a circle with people of like minds with you. Building that is what is building your financial grounding, because now you have created an avenue that you can display your talents. If they're having a vendors show, now you can come in with their things and pay the 25, 50, $60 vendors fee. Sometimes it may be 100, depending on how large the venue is. If it's an expo, you may pay a little more. But think about it. How many people will you be connected to at this expo? And anytime that customer comes, gather their information so that now you're able to send out information to those consumers who purchase with you. You can send out coupons, you can send out alerts on your sales. I'm giving you some tools right now for to become a successful entrepreneur. Your grind is to get out and be seen. Let people know what you have. Your social media, instead of just taking it to a personal level, this is where you show your products, your services, the things that you have, your upcoming events, your sales that you're having, displaying your name, showing people that you exist. The social media is an avenue for advertisement. That's what you're doing.
or just don't sit around and wait for someone to place an order with you.
That's
You
right.
got to go out every day.
Listen, this
Every
young
day.
man gets out in his car and his trunk is his boutique. You hear me? You have to get out and make yourself available
Well,
to
I'll
the
jump on a
people.
plane.
He hops on the plane and go from state to state. And I look up, this man is out of town. That's why you see me sometime hosting the show by myself. He goes where he has a huge network of consumers who want to see Hard Route. He jump up. He's in Atlanta. He has a network of not just regular consumer, but stars that are wearing his clothing line, rappers that's wearing and supporting his clothing line. This is how you get yourself known. This is what makes you who you are. It makes you that you are. Getting your name out there is so important. It's so important. You want to become a household name. You want people to know who you are. If you don't allow people to know who you are, then you're just sitting on your talents, your gifts, and your products. Make yourself a household name. Now,
Because merchandise needs you to move it. The merchandise ain't gonna move by itself.
listen, first characteristic on here, passion and motivation. That's what I'm talking about. Where's your passion? Although there are many traits that make an entrepreneur successful, perhaps the most important are passion and motivation. How motivated are you to show your product that it is valuable to you, that it means so much to you that you are motivated to get it out there? Is there something you can work on over and over again without getting bored? So is your product something that you won't get bored with? Are you sitting here selling pencils? What is it about your pencils that's different than the regular number two pencils that we sell?
Exactly.
What make you stand out? Remember what was the name of those came out with the color pencils, the erasers, the everything. So it made us go crazy and buy her pencils and erasers and tablets and everything because she came out with something different. It wasn't the regular yellow number two pencils. So this is what I'm saying. It motivated us because this lady put passion in her product and made sure she had notebooks to go with her stuff, backpacks to go with her stuff, pens and pencils, this and that. So she said, I am going to be different than the regular number two pencils that you see every day in the classrooms and every day on the shelves. I'm going to make my stuff different. And that lady made herself different than anyone else. So that was the passion and motivation that she had. And guess what? We were in there paying, instead of the 99 and 50-cent yellow pencils that we normally get, we were paying $3.99 for a pack of her pencils. Easy. And then guess what our kids had us doing? Buying the notepad that we could have got the bunch of notepads for maybe a 10 cent a notepad. I was paying $2.99 a notepad because my daughter wanted her notepad to match her book bag and the pencils and all of that. And then the little zip up bag that you put the pencils in, all of that. So I wind up spending almost $60 on that mess just because my daughter wanted it or my son wanted it, because they had the boy version, the girl version, but she made it different. Is there something, and this is all at number 2, but I'm elaborating as I go. Is there something that keeps you awake at night because you haven't finished it yet? See, that's passion. Your wheels are still turning. My wheels never stop turning because I'm trying to figure out what can I do with Purposeful Life to make me stand out from any other life coach, from any other psychologist. What makes me different?
My brain do not
I
sleep.
go and I take out excursions with my clients. I meet them where they are. If they fear this, we facing it. I am an up close and personal psychologist. I am a spiritual psychologist. I am a holistic psychologist. I don't believe in just drugging you up. I believe that you can beat this thing because you can face this thing. And we're going to do it together. So you have to separate yourself from the others. Another thing is there something you have built and want to continue to improve upon? You always need to keep thinking of a way to level up.
Exactly.
You don't want to stay there because you're never satisfied. You want to keep going.
It's not good enough.
People always have a product that they want to increase. They had Flame Hots, then they came out with Crunchy Curls. You're always trying to increase. Doritos came out with the regular nacho cheese. Then they made Cool Ranch. Then they made the hot ones. Then they made the ones with the pretzels and this and all of that in it. They come out with a mix. So
because if you come up with some hot, another company trying to outdo
you.
So you got to always keep your game up, and you always got to stay up at night and like, okay,
being the best
what
of the
can
best.
I do to spice it up a little bit, or who can I target? Can I target a different crowd?
That's right. You always want to target and market to the next crowd. Always looking for, what can I do for that population? Okay. And this is not being prejudiced. This is being market minded. I sold in my younger years, I used to do retail. I noticed that the Latino population love white pants. So we would order more white Levi's. This is when County Seat was open. So they came in for white Levi's year round. So year round, when everybody else was phasing out white, we would make sure we ordered more white Levi's than anyone else. So we ordered those white Levi's because they were going to sell. We were selling them for $30-something. And we kept a larger supply of 505s and 501 Levi's because European people would come in and purchase those. In Europe, $150 for a pair of Levi's. So they would come in and buy 10 pair at a time, take it back to their country and sell it for $150. 505s and 501s were the highest paying jeans. So we made sure we kept a supply of those. So County Seat knew how to keep their store open and how to target a certain market and culture. That's what you do. If you know what's selling and you know what's hot, that's what you bring in. It's called supply and demand. Supply and demand. Real easy.
But sometimes, why I notice about me been doing this, the scale go up and down.
Yeah.
Like what was that? The crew necks
versus V-neck
versus the, what was it? The polo shirts, I think. And the polo one month to do better than the next.
Absolutely.
So sometimes I'll order more.
That's how it go.
or it just really just go up and down. But what I learned is like sometimes I may get a little overexcited and too big headed. Maybe
Yeah,
I
yeah.
won't say big headed, but just thinking that because this week this item had moved did real good.
Hmm.
So now
You want
I,
to mass
I'm
produce
gonna
this,
get more, and then sometimes
and
I'll
then
be
you get the
stuck.
dip. And you get the dip. And that's in
Exactly.
retail. That's always in retail. So you only order a certain amount, because then guess what? It switches up. It's fashion. Fashion switches. It's one of those businesses that you have to be careful in, especially if you're a small clothing boutique or so.
Exactly.
And colors change. Just like this year, yellow. Yellow is in. So if
Yeah.
you got things that's yellow, you in. But by
And
Fashion
that
Week,
green,
and that green,
that what's
that
that tail
neon green, and that teal
green? Yeah,
green.
tail green.
And
Yeah.
then by Fashion Week, which is coming in September, by the time Fashion Week hits, then they're going to bring out the new colors. So you better be on mark for the new colors, because guess what? That's the color that everyone is going to wear for the fall.
Mm.
And then they're going to showcase that, and they're going to let you know what's in, what's hot, what's not. And so now you're going to get a new color. Now you're going to get a new style. So that's how you know you're meeting demands. Is there something you enjoy so much that you want to continue doing it for the rest of your life? That's what you have to find. Your assignment, your purpose. That's why I say live life on purpose. That's the thing. It's purpose. Your second thing, from building and implementing and prototype and pitching your idea to venture capitalists. You're capitalist. Success is a function of passion and determination. You can't give up.
Yes.
You can't give up, because it's going to go waverly. Now, your second thing, not afraid to take risks. You're going to have to take some risks. It's not going to always be peachy. Sometimes it's going to get hard. It's going to get rough. It's going to get rugged, but you have to stay the course. You have to. Entrepreneurs are risk takers. If you didn't know it, you know it now. You're the person that's going to be the one that's going to take risk. You're ready to dive deep into future and uncertainties. But not all risk takers are successful entrepreneurs. You're going to fall. But when you fall, you got to dust yourself off. You have to get back up. Hey, Wawa, you have to get back up, and you have to continue the course. What differentiates you, a successful entrepreneur, from the rest in terms of risk, successful entrepreneurs are willing to take the risk, their time and money, on unknown factors. You hear me?
Mhm.
Unknown factors. But they also keep resources, plans, and bandwidth for dealing with unknowns. They reserve and reevaluate the risk. A successful entrepreneur will ask herself or himself, is this risk worth the cost of my career, time, and money? And what will I do with this venture if it doesn't pay off? Guess what? I'm going to tell you. You're going to sit back, reevaluate, and continue the quest. Never give up. If that idea didn't work, whatever other passion that you have, continue the quest, or reevaluate and go back to the same plan that you always had, but reevaluate it and go at it at a different angle.
Yeah, you
Don't
must
give
go
up.
back to the board.
Go back to the
You
board.
got to go to like every day. Once you done with the kids sleep or whatever, and it's just your time by yourself.
It's your
You
time.
need you need that time to check yourself, far as you and your business. To see, okay, what I'm doing wrong. How can I do better? You know, that's the kind of things come through my head. At night. Who can I
Hey,
target
Vanessa.
more? You know, uh, which one want to move?
That's right.
You know, things like that.
What do I need to bring in? Who do I need to bring in? Sometimes you need to bring someone else in, an accountant, another person who's good at marketing, another person who knows how to get this thing done. Sometimes you have to ask for help. Sometimes you need a partner. There are some things that we need to go back and retweak, because sometimes we think we know it all.
Yeah.
And that's our biggest failure right there, because we try to do it all, know it all, and say I got it. And sometimes you don't. And it's okay to say, hey, I need a little help here. I need a little wisdom and guidance. And that is what pulls us through the most. Number 3 is self belief, hard work, and discipline and dedication. I'm going to say it
That's the
again:
key.
self belief, hard work, disciplined dedication. Entrepreneurs believe in themselves and are confident and dedicated to their project. Their intense focus on and faith in their idea may be misconstrued and stubbornness, but it is willingness to work hard and defy the odds and make them successful. So we are our own worst enemies. We are, because we're stubborn, we're defiant. We don't want to
This
listen.
ain't going good.
We got to listen.
We want to give up.
That's right. So we have to listen sometimes. We have to be quiet. Sometimes close your mouth, your ears. God may be trying to speak to us. He may be working through someone else to teach us something. Sometimes we just got to
Slow to speak.
slow to speak, slow to speak. Just be quiet. The Bible tells us that. Be quiet sometimes. The Bible tells us that. Adaptable and flexibility. This is huge. This is huge. We have to be flexible. Sometimes it may not be working the way that we want it to work. Just because we have it written on a piece of paper on how it should go, that does not mean it's going to go that way. We have to learn that because we said a program starting at 4 o'clock and it started at 4:15, don't stress. Because we ordered a particular product and it does not come in on that particular date, be flexible. Make up another product that you already have to sell and then let that be the item of the week. Just revamp. Don't go crazy. Don't lose your hair. Don't scream at your employees. Sometimes we have to revamp and just make it happen. Make it happen.
Because all things ain't bad things, you know.
That's right.
Sometimes
Maybe you're
sometimes
moving
we
a
can
product.
take a bad situation and turn it to good. You
Yes.
know.
I totally agree. Product and market. This is where a lot of us go wrong at. What we order and how we market it. Entrepreneurs know their product inside and out. At least we should. Some of us are buying things and don't even know how to pitch it. And that's what I'm saying. They also know the market. Some of us have no idea. We just say market and they have no idea what it means. We don't know what the next person is marketing. We don't go into research to know the price of their things, what they're selling, are they competition? And we should. Most become successful because they create something that they didn't already exist on this significantly improve on existing product after experiencing frustration with the way it worked, remaining unaware of changing market needs, competition moves, and other external factors can cause even great products to fall. We just went over that. We just said you have to be careful. Walter just explained, Tizzle just explained about how one time the cruise worked, the other times the polos work, the up and down of the market. He just explained that so clearly. So we have to understand how our marketing, our target marketing is working, and we don't overthink the product and then order too much, and then we're stuck with one piece with a set of products that's not moving, and then that's costing us because now we've ordered so many products and it's not moving. It's not moving. And we don't know when it's going to move. Strong money management. That's something we got to have. The discipline of strong money management. That's why I said earlier, we may have to call into accountant in because we don't know how to manage the money correctly. It takes time for any entrepreneur venture to become profitable. So why are we spending money? Because we sold some stuff. Do you know how much we spent to make the product? So we have to first put that money back before we even start seeing profit. Until then, capital is limited and needs to be utilized wisely. Successful entrepreneurs plan for the present and future financial obligations and set aside an emergency fund. An emergency fund. An emergency fund. I'm going to say it, an emergency fund. Even after securing funding or going fully operational, a successful business person keeps a complex handle on cash flow. And it is most important aspect of any business, the most important aspect of any business. So every time we sell 5 pieces, how are we going out to dinner? Why are we buying drinks at the bar? Why are we buying new outfits, getting our hair done, our nails done, our hair cut, new J's, all of those things? Why are we doing that?
Like we making $1 million coming in.
Yeah, but yet you haven't put that money back into the business because you know it's our business expenses. Effective planning, not over planning skills. Entrepreneurs is about building a business from scratch while managing limited resources, including time, money, and personal relationships, which requires planning. However, trying to plan for everything and having a ready solution in place for all possible issues may prevent you from overtaking the first step. Successful entrepreneurs have a business plan, but remain capable of dealing with unforeseen possibilities.
Got my business plan right here.
That's right. Do you have a business plan? Set out times of operations. Who's on your board? Who's there? Let me grab that business plan. Times of operations. Who's there? Your management. The increase and decrease of numbers of directors. Removal of directions. Resignations. Who's your quorum?
Your treasurer.
Your treasurers, your chairman, executive committees, all of these things you need to know. You need to know who's your treasurer, your vice president, who's governing over your money. Amendments and conflicts. You need to know these things. You want people to sign off on things. Your bylaws. You want to know these things. What's going on in your business? What's going on? It's very important to know what's going on. The right connections. We just got through talking about networking. The right connections. Many people seek comfort in conversations. Friends, colleagues, and neighbors are happy to complain about the global slowdowns, poor demands, or unfair competition. I just told you that supply and demand. But that won't improve the bottom line. Successful entrepreneurs reach out to mentors with more experience and more extensive networks to seek valuable advice. If they don't have the necessary technical and marketing skills, they find someone who does, delegate their tasks so they can focus on growing their business. I just told you, hey, Maria, a network is very important. If I'm not in a network that can't grow me, that can't show me some things, that I can't get wisdom and education from and grow me, I don't need to be in that network. It's not benefiting me. If I'm just in a place with people who are draining me, I can't have an intellectual conversation with. We can't sit down and talk business and professionalism and lift one another up. I'm in the wrong group.
Exactly.
I'm in the wrong network. I want to be able to bounce a ball off someone with wisdom, and they can teach me something and share with me some business techniques. I like to sit around millionaires and 100,000aires. I love that network group. I sit around them. I learn so much. When I say so much, I learn, man, I sit around. That gives me motivation. I go sit in some mansions and see what I can have. And these women are teaching me and showing me what I can have. That is the most rewarding feeling because now I'm motivated. Yeah. My passion is fueled. I'm saying I can get this.
I can see my kids.
I can get
this house.
I can have this. I knew where they came from. I see where they are. I love it. I love sitting around them. You know, you are great as your circle. Remember who you are. Remember your circle. I'm always said birds of a feather flock together. So if I'm a flock with some birds, I sure don't want it to be some dodos. I don't want to be with no dodo birds. I need to fly with the eagles. I need to soar. I don't want to be with the dodo birds.
The eagles,
Yeah.
they hunt.
They hunt. They sit up high. They drop their eaglets way up
They
high.
hunt
And
to
them
kill.
little eaglets get there. And I mean, they can go for the kill,
Yeah.
come back, feed they eat.
feed
I
they
mean,
family.
they feed their family. And they sit high, strong with pride.
Yeah.
And that's who I want to be.
I want to be
I want to be an eagle. No, I do.
Eagle.
I do. I want to be an eagle. So I don't know. I don't know what
Because
everybody
they ain't
else
coming
be.
down for nothing.
It's hard. That's why they've been one of the most.
They ain't coming down for nothing.
You
when
touch
they,
one.
When they see
If you
something,
even
they
hunt
get
one
it.
of them, the federal government will gonna put you in jail. So that's how special they are. So nobody even want to touch them. Exit preparedness. Not every attempt will result in success. The failure rate of entrepreneurial ventures is very high. Sometimes the best solution is to call it quits and try something new instead of continuing to dump money into a failing business. Many famous entrepreneurs once weren't successful the first time around, but they knew when to cut their losses. You got to know when to let it go. If you're putting money into a bottomless pit, it's time to let that one go. But it's not time. It doesn't mean you have to let your dream go. But that particular business, you have to let go. Doesn't mean you're not cut out to be an entrepreneur. It just means that particular business is not worth holding on to. Doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means that particular business did not work out. I have people that have shut down 3, 4 businesses, but they still are business owners. And then that one is a success. You know, the last one was the best. And they may have opened up 3 more businesses and they're doing fine. You know, and if they have to shut that business down, they're okay with that. But guess what? They'll pop another one open. Honestly.
Yeah.
So you're not a failure if you can still pop businesses open.
Well, you remember when we was in the meeting last year with Damon John, the guy from Fubu?
Yeah.
And you remember they was talking about how the boxes, the safe boxes, the 3 business safe boxes. And sometimes if one business ain't doing good, sometimes you gotta pull that one out and close that one down, and because you got the other ones. And that's what they did.
And that's what they did. They let it go. Number 10, ability to question themselves, but not too much. You can question yourself and see if you're doing what you should do, but not too much. You may ask yourself, am I an entrepreneur? The very question may make you doubt the answer. Even if you don't have the flair of Jobs or the flair of Elon Musk, if you have the courage to ask yourself intimidating questions, can I do this? Do I want this? You have the stuff to be an entrepreneur.
Who is that?
Elon Musk.
I have to Google him. He must be somebody.
Do you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur instead of worrying about fitting the image? Check in your gut. It's on board. And also find the best financial advisor for you. They tell you to go to Guidevine. It's the best place to find advisors suited for you. We know everyone's situation that is not the same. That's why our team will work one-to-one with you to connect you with the best matches. And you also can find some financial advisors that may be right in your resource centers at church. They can be in your resource centers at work, in your connections at what you call it, the unemployment office. You know, you may have some financial people right among you. You never know, that are great with numbers. Your tax preparers may be great accountants, but you have to search and you have to look for them and not be afraid to ask. Do not be afraid to ask for help. Don't sit there failing and you know you need help. Don't sit there looking at your books and you know you have to keep them. Stop trying to get over with your 501c3 and padding your books.
Hmm.
Be fair what you're doing. You have to know that you have to be fair on what you're doing, because it's not just your name on it, it's your business name that you're protecting. It's your business name that you're protecting. It's okay that you shut down again, but don't shut down your dream. Your dreams are very important. Dreams are very important. So this is your 10 characteristics of a successful entrepreneur. Run with it, because when you pass this down to your children, you are going to want to run down some successful techniques to be able to maintain yourself as an entrepreneur. And be humble. Be humble while you're there, because it's not an easy road. If you don't have great social skills and personality, you're also going to fail as an entrepreneur, because you have to be at the forefront with your business. So you do have to have people skills. Don't think that you can do this thing without people skills. You have to be there. You have to be there to talk to people. Give a smile, even on your bad day. Give a smile. This is what also sells your product. You are the face of your place, of your products. So you have to have a great presentation. You have to be able to push your product, and you got to be able to do that on your worst day or your best day.
And just like you said, you got to be humble. Humble is number one thing, because we're gonna work. We're gonna connect with some ones, and they're gonna try to give you a hard time. They're gonna say all kind of crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
they're gonna try to
And you
make their
just
own
and you
price
know
up.
and you just gotta be peaceful, and you just gotta number one, give them eye to eye contact and let them know that real peaceful. I try to be, and talk real nice and low to them, and let them know, hey brother, have a good day.
Yeah. I have people try to
but
get make their prices
no,
up to see me,
yeah,
and they wouldn't do it to
or
their doctor office.
yeah,
They wouldn't
exactly.
do it to
Yeah,
if they were
maybe next
coming.
time,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
or this and that.
yeah.
So have a
Well,
nice
I
day.
only have such and such on me, and I have to tell them, well, I
Yeah,
have a square. If you have your account,
mhm,
you can swipe.
yeah,
I have to tell them that. I mean, you wouldn't go anywhere else and do that. And I have to always remind them, um, you can't negotiate my price with me.
oh yeah.
It is what it is, and you don't negotiate other people prices. So let's not do that when you come and see me. And so being an entrepreneur, you have to set your ground rules, and don't allow people to set rules for you. You are the one that have to lay the foundation. And if you're already there, then your price is there. You have to stop giving out a lot of free services, because if you do that, now building your business from scratch and you doing these services is one thing. But once you're established, you don't have to do anything for free anymore. You can be able to actually charge for your services and leave it where it is. Leave your prices where it is, unless you're doing a special on that day. Leave your prices where they are, and let them, if they have to go down the street, let them go down the street, because they're going to charge them as well. No one does these services for free.
I mean, sometimes because it really depends, but you can't give like every shirt or
Yeah.
every hair or
Yeah.
whatever you selling
Mm.
just out for free or a
Right.
discount
Some days we
all
do
the time.
some days
Like
we do a
sometimes,
day.
the top 10. So hey, if you ain't the top 10 today, hey, maybe you got to catch me tomorrow
Yeah. There are
or the
days you
next
can.
day
There are days.
or up,
Yeah.
or something like that. But in the game, you also have to give away. You also have to give,
Yeah. Yeah.
to receive.
Yeah.
You gotta waste money, man. To make money.
Yeah. You do. You got to spend money to make money, and that's another thing. Don't shortchange yourself when it comes to your business. Try to stop going always the easy route, always the route that you take corners on your business and get the cheapest products, get the cheapest things, because it's a reflection of you. Sometimes we have to spend a little bit more so it can be
Yes.
nice, and that it can reflect us in a nice way. You don't want to get the cheapest thing, and then when the person get it, they're looking like, "What is this?"
Oh,
You
oh, you
want to
can't
get
do
the
that.
nice, products, and you want to show when you show a picture of something, you don't want it to come back an opposite color. You're gonna be baffled. You're like, "That's not what I ordered." So the tips that I gave was because it's so many people starting businesses that I'm looking at. So many people, clothes especially, and shoes and them handbags. Some people are not very personal. They just come on and they slap their things up on social media. And then there are some that's sociable, and they get us to shop from them because they give you the personal touch. And when anyone gives a personal touch, um, they are respected for their humbleness, from their passion to drive this thing into a stake. They're like, it pierces your heart. And so you're like, okay, I love this person. Of course I'll support them. And that's basically what it is. It's basically what it is. So I am I am happy to have these conversations for entrepreneurs because I want us to get better and greater. So let's do that. Let's talk about how can we become better entrepreneurs. Have the conversation at home or have the conversation with yourself. But I want you to put up post-its and say different things about how to become a better entrepreneur, whether it's I need to close my mouth and open my ears. I need to actually do the work at my job so that my employee can see me. I need to actually, do whatever it is you need to do to get right. That's what you need to do because it's real easy to stay in trouble.
Yes.
Real easy. So, with that being said, I hope you guys took a lot from this segment on being an entrepreneur and being the best of the best from
Thanks for joining us.
chewing the fat. I want to thank you guys for joining us. I want you to thank you for being with the Queen today and with our co-host Tizzle. Live life on purpose, for without purpose, there is no reason to even try to live. Mwah, smooches.
I like sharing my life with you, with you, with you, with you. I like when you hold my hand. I like the time we spend together.